Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Keeping It Chaotic podcast. My name is Ava.
My name is Cheyenne, and today we are doing something a little bit interesting. We are taking our top 5 Taylor Swift albums, picking our top 5 songs from the album, and yeah, we are just kind of like ranking it from first to fifth, fifth to first. I don't really know how we're doing this yet, but yeah, we just thought it would be fun because I feel like we always talk about Miss Taylor Swift and how much her music has impacted us and truly like opened us up to the kind of music that we listen to today. And I feel like all these song choices and album choices make a lot of sense for us.
Yes, so this is our top 5 songs from our top 5 albums. And I think we're going to do our 5th first and work our way to the top.
Okay.
If that's good with you.
Yep, I'm a-okay with that one.
Slay. Do you want to go first?
Sure. So my 5th album, I truly struggled with between 2 albums. It was ultimately between 1989 and Speak Now, but I will forever be a Speak Now girly. It also, Speak Now Taylor's version came out on my birthday, so I just feel like I had to go with Speak Now. So my number 1 favorite song ever from Speak Now is Haunted. When she recently sang that live for surprise songs, I nearly died. I was not okay. I knew within the half second what song it was, and I was like, no way did she sing this twice. And me not being there for either was brutal. It just broke my heart. I don't know why.
Literally 3 a.m, and we were like, no!
Screaming, crying. I don't honestly don't even know why this is my favorite song. It just like is so good to me. It's such a good song to like sing to. I don't know. I just love everything about Haunted. If you have not heard it, which you should definitely listen to it because it's so good. My second song is Better Than Revenge. My third song is Back to December because that's a classic and I feel like everyone should love that song. It's so good. My fourth is Dear John and my fifth is Long Live. I didn't really know what to put for my fifth song because I like love every single song on that album, but Long Live I feel like has hit a certain spot for me as of recent because I have 2 little girls now, and basically that song is just like remember this moment, and like if you have kids someday and they point to the pictures, please tell them my name. Like, okay, I'm doing that. And I have 2 little Swifties already. They love their Auntie Taylor. And yeah, I just feel like that song holds a special place in my heart now. So it had to be on this lineup for me.
My 5th album, I chose Evermore. I truly love this album so much, and I feel like not a lot of people do. It's not given the folklore treatment that it deserves, but it's an amazing album, and just everything about it is just so lyrically, like it's amazing. My top 5 from Evermore is starting with Happiness. That song, oh my god, that song is so just like gut-wrenching. It's just amazing. Listen to it if you haven't. If I could recommend like any song off of Folklore, it'd probably, I'm not Folklore, sorry. Evermore, it would be Happiness. The lyrics are beautiful and just, oh, I love that song so much. My next song is Dorothea. That one hits hard as well. Tolerate It is my third song. Obviously, that one hits hard as well. And then I have Right Where You Left Me, which you know the drill. It hits hard. And then my fifth one, I picked Ivy. This song is just, I mean, this album is just everything that you could ever ask for. And for me, it was between Evermore and Lover for my fifth album, but I had to go with Evermore because the lyrics and the storylines, it's just stronger in my opinion. But yeah, that's my fifth one.
My number 4 album is Midnights. Midnights is a fantastic album. It has gotten all the recognition that it deserves. Especially for being like her, technically, like what she says is her first album back as like her own story, essentially. She claims that Folklore and Evermore are just like this made up little land in her head, and I don't believe that, but you know, to each their own. But I love Midnight so much. I didn't realize how much I necessarily loved it until I really like dove into it and did this lineup, because I was like, wow, this is so hard to pick just 5 songs. But ultimately, my first song is Midnight Rain. Something about that song just like does something to me. Why is it so good?
I was not expecting that to be your number one.
Midnight Rain is, I literally, it does something to my brain. I don't know. I love that song so much. The lyrics to me, I love it. My number 2 song is Would've, Could've, Should've. If you want to punch to the gut and like heartbreaking song, perfect song for you. Would've, Could've, Should've is just, it has so much meaning behind it, and I just feel like I can personally like relate to this song. And yeah, I don't know, I love the song so much. I think if I could recommend one song from that album, it would be Would've, Could've, Should've. It is just like everything. My number 3 is Karma. It's catchy little tune, you know. Can't go wrong with that song. Karma is the guy on the Chiefs. Yes. Number 4 is Lavender Haze. And my number 5, I struggled with my number 5 because I was like, damn, what song do I want to put? But I ended up putting Maroon for number 5. But now that I think about it, I can't even remember what the other song was, so I think maybe this was a good choice for me. But yeah, I think Midnights is 11 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, if Midnights is not in your top 5, what are you doing? Truly. My 4th album, I picked 1989. The re-release of this for Taylor's version was everything you could have ever dreamed of. And as I was picking my top 5, I was like, is it totally wrong of me just to put all 5 vault tracks on here? Because
they're so good though.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing. But I didn't do that. So my first one, I did choose Is It Over Now, because wow, if you've listened to that, wow, it's just, oh my god, I can't even, yeah, wow. My second song, I picked I Wish You Would. For my third, I picked Now That We Don't Talk, which is, oh my god, I just love the vault track on this album. The next one, I put Out of the Woods, and for my fifth song, I put You Are in Love. My ranking for this was kind of all over the place at first because I was like, oh, I just love all these songs so much and they're all so strong individually. But I think that I'm pretty solid with this ranking. I don't think I would change it.
Yeah, it's very Ava coded for sure.
Thank you so much.
She pretty much died when the vault tracks came out. I think this is to date her best vault tracks.
I don't think I've stopped talking about them since they came out.
No, it's like her whole personality. I specifically like Is It Over Now? I feel like, yeah, that's your number 1, right? Yeah, I feel like that is your entire personality is that song. But I mean, they're fantastic. So
Yeah, those were the vault tracks for me. 100%.
Okay, my third album that I picked is Evermore. I absolutely love, 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 love this album. Yeah, it definitely did not get any kind of recognition that it should have. I think it is the absolute perfect sister to Folklore. But yeah, Evermore is just like so beautifully written. The storyline behind it, everything is just like chef's kiss, so good. Um, okay, so my first song is Tolerate It. I just feel like every one of these songs is just heartbreaking.
Gut-wrenching.
Yeah, literally the most heartbreaking. If you're going through like a breakup or something, don't listen to this album because you will just bawl your eyes out. Yes, Tolerate It is unfortunately another song that I kind of like relate to. So yeah. Number 2 is Champagne Problems. Just a good classic good classic Champagne Problems. Yeah, this live, this recorded, like it is just perfection. Um my number is Cowboy Like Me. I fucking love this song so much. I tend to gravitate towards songs that like I relate to. So that's why I like Tolerate It and Champagne Problems are sorry, I can't talk. Are higher up than Cowboy Like Me, but oh my god, Cowboy Like Me is so I love this song so much. Number 4 is Nobody No Crime. This song is so fun to me. It's so fun. It's such a, like you can visualize the story perfectly in your head. Literally anytime I'm out now, I hear sirens and immediately I'm like, he did it. Like I just can't hear sirens and not think of that. And then number 5 is Happiness. It's just it had to be on my top 5. Yeah, that song is rough, sister, but such a beautiful song though. Like the story is it's sad, but it's a beautiful story. So I love that song.
It's really proof that there can be happiness after someone
Yeah.
that, oh my god.
And there doesn't have to always be sad days. Like it's all good, you know?
That's like, I feel like that's one of her most beautifully written songs ever. Might be a
And
bold
there isn't
statement,
necessarily it's just basically her voice. Like and it's still such a beautiful like the lyrics alone obviously are just
yeah,
no words.
yeah. Also, Nobody No Crime is a bop. And if anyone has anything negative to say about it,
It's
you
so
are
good.
wrong
It
because
is
that song is amazing.
so
Hearing it
so
live
good.
with Haim on the Eras tour was incredible. Yeah, did miss out on "'Tis the Damn Season" though, because that's such an incredible song as well. Yeah, good picks. I honestly was not expecting Evermore to be on your top 5. I don't know,
Yeah,
but it makes sense because of Tolerate It.
yeah, I honestly, like I said, having to rank these, I learned so much about myself just in the past 24 hours of doing this. Yeah, it was a journey for me for sure.
Yes, this was very difficult for us to. I feel it was more difficult for Cheyenne. I feel like I had mine like pretty like set.
Yeah, I mean, I had like specific albums and songs that I was like, no doubt they're gonna be on this list. But I think like once I started overthinking it, I was like, oh my god, wait, oh my god, no, there's this, oh, and I just like started spiraling. So I definitely made it a lot harder than it should have been. But there's just so many amazing songs that like I can either relate to or I just want to recommend to people and like yeah.
Yeah. So my third album, I picked Midnights. Again, if Midnights is not in your top 5, what are you doing? But my first song, I have Would've, Could've, Should've. Gut wrenching. Twisting the Knife. Like it's just amazing. It's so good. And then I put Mastermind. I learned to love that song a lot more after Eras I think the performance in the tour was and is still like underrated and not appreciated enough. My third song I have Bejeweled. It's just so fun. It's such a fun song, and I just feel like it's a song that everyone can learn to love and dance to and be bejeweled to.
It's like it's so much fun, but there's also like such a deep meaning behind it also. But like I feel like she is so good at doing that. Like it could be the most gut-wrenching song, but then she's like, "No, I'm going to make it a little bit fun."
Yeah, exactly. My fourth song I have Karma because Karma is the guy on the Chiefs. I've said it before and I'll say it again. And then my fifth song I put Midnight Rain. I was having a hard time picking the fifth song for this album because it truly is a no skip album. I will say that right now. It is a no skip album. Every single song on there is like perfectly written and just it's just everything. But I had to go with Midnight Rain, I think.
I was like trying to think like what I put Maroon as my number 5 for Midnights, and I'm like, what was it? But it was definitely Snow on the Beach. It was between Maroon and Snow on the Beach.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised that I didn't pick Snow on the Beach, but I don't know, something about Maroon just, I don't know, it gets me.
Now to our final two.
All right, well,
which are
I feel
the
like
exact same.
yeah, I feel like this was a no-brainer. This one, yeah, my number 2 album is Reputation. Reputation, if you don't like Reputation, I just feel like you are
You're
not,
boring.
yeah, it's, oh my god, Reputation is so fucking good. It like opened so many doors for her, I feel like, and yeah, I don't know. My favorite era for sure. My first one is Look What You Made Me Do. The reason that I picked this song, like obviously great song, so much fun to sing, but after seeing it live, I'm just like, this woman is incredible. Like it's so lyrically like a big fuck you to like anyone who's pretty much done her wrong, and I love that. I love that song so much.
That performance truly changed Cheyenne's life.
Honestly, I have not been the same since. That transition into Look What You Made Me Do is just like, it's too much. It's like, I don't know, life changing, literally. Like it was so good. My second song is Delicate because who doesn't like that song? It's fantastic. My third one is Getaway Car. My fourth one is New Year's Day. That song makes me want to cry every time I hear it. I don't know why, but I don't know. I want to literally bawl my eyes out every time I hear it New Year's Day. And then my fifth song is Don't Blame Me. I feel like also with the last song, I wanted to pick something else, but ultimately, oh, I do remember. It was between Dress and Don't Blame Me. We did get Dress as our surprise songs, one of our surprise songs. We're not going to talk about the other one because it's too much. And yeah, I think I was just like, oh my god, I forgot how good this song is. And but I just think Don't Blame Me. I think if it wasn't for the transition into Look What You Made Me Do, probably would have picked Dress. But like, man, who thought of that? Was it her? Who was it? I need to know because incredible. I love it. I love Reputation. I will die Reputation stan. Like, it is everything to me.
Yeah. My second is also Reputation. Big Reputation girls here. If you can't tell, if you haven't been able to tell already through our previous episodes.
That's also what we went as to Taylor Swift.
Yes.
We dressed in Reputation era, snakes everywhere.
Yes. Big Reputation girlies. So my first song I picked was Delicate. That song is just so soft for what the album is, and I think that's why it stands out a lot to me. It's also just like a really beautiful song. Like, just everything about it.
I would also just like to preface that I will never forgive Jenny Han for giving this song to Belly and Jeremiah.
That was really rude of her, and I don't want to talk about it.
That is all. That's all. But I just won't. I won't forgive you.
Mr. Lurkamaya.
Lurkamaya.
Anyways, no more of Lurkamaya. My second song, I have Getaway Car. Heartbroken when she played that as a surprise song and I wasn't there. Actually traumatizing. I was at my school's fashion show and I was like, someone texted me and I was like, no. My third song, and this might be controversial, is Endgame.
Interesting.
Dude, I fucking love Endgame. Everything about it, even like, it's just such a good song, and I think that it gets hate for no reason. Yeah, love that song so much. New Year's Day is my fourth song. Also makes me want to cry as well. Also cried when she played that song live as surprise songs. And then my last one I have, This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. That song is just so much fun. And if like, it just always manages to put like a smile on my face and make me like get up and be productive, I feel like. Yeah, that's my rep ranking.
Rep till we die, honestly. And we are not prepared for that Taylor's version. Those vault tracks.
Dude, we could go on and on about how excited and scared we are for Reputation Taylor's version. We're gonna throw a party. It's gonna be so much fun.
Maybe we'll bring you along during that day. All right, and that leads us to our number one album. And I picked Folklore, obviously. But I would like to say that I genuinely almost flipped Evermore and Folklore last night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
That was my big, like, oh my God, I have so much that I learned about myself. And I was like, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to wait until we go on the podcast. I almost flipped Evermore as my first and Folklore as my third.
What the hell?
And I've never, like, I love Evermore, but I'm like, no, I'm a Folklore girly.
I'm actually so incorrect right now.
But I don't know, something about going through the Evermore songs, I was like, damn.
This is me.
I guess, yeah, maybe because it's like my most relatable album at the moment. Like I said prior, like I tend to gravitate towards music that like I am like my current season of life, I guess, and what I'm going through. It just helps me like not feel alone, I guess. So yeah, but I ultimately just put Folklore as my first because it was my number one album. All of my top songs were Folklore, so I was like, no, I'm a Folklore girly, but that's why I put Evermore as my number 3 because I almost put it as number 1. Reputation was not getting moved, so that was staying set in stone as my second album. But yeah, for Folklore, my first song is My Tears Ricochet. Talk about gut-wrenching songs. This song is just like truly stab me in the heart. Pull it out with your hand, stomp on it, like, yeah. And then live, the production for it, like, it's so minimal but so much at the same time, like, so fantastic. My second song is Illicit Affairs. Just storyline wise, I just think it's such a visually great storytelling song. I mean, all of Folklore is, but like Illicit Affairs, especially. Do you wanna scream? Don't call me kid. Oh my God, the lyrics in that song are just like a literal punch in the face. But a bigger punch in the face is my third song, which is This Is Me Trying. It's just, that song is too much to even get into, but definitely listen to it if you have not. My fourth song is Peace, just because it's another, I feel like it's the same as like Happiness, wherein like it's such a beautiful song, but like so deep, and I don't know, there's just so much meaning behind it. And then for my last song, I put Exile. Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. We're not even going to talk about that song.
Yeah, it's too much, but that is my top 5. My top 5.
If you know, you know. I think we've talked about it in previous episodes. You know why we don't discuss Exile. Moving on to my top album. I also put Folklore. Big Folklore girlies here. We love the black and white albums in Taylor's discography.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm so scared for. It's also black and white.
Yeah.
The Tortured Poets Department, R.I.P. us. That's why I'm so scared, because it's black and white.
You know what? I also Naya brought up to me the other day that I'm literally gonna be at Coachella when it comes out.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a party by myself.
And that made me want to actually cry.
Holy shit.
You can put it in there. Just I'm saying.
That is so upsetting.
But yeah, that made me
an album release party by myself.
Want to have a panic attack.
Cool.
Because we were originally supposed to go to weekend 1, and I was like, okay, cool. But then they switched it to weekend 2. And the other day she was like, you're gonna be in Coachella when it comes out. And I was like, oh no. I was so sad. I was like, this cannot be happening right now. So my top 5 from Folklore. If you know anything about me, it's that I am the last Great American Dynasty's biggest fan. Truly, that
song came on live when we were at the tour, and I backed up probably about 3 feet because I was like, she's gonna swing at me or something while she's screaming these lyrics.
I think I literally just was like, yes! Me jumping up and down while my whole section behind us was like sitting down. I was like, are you serious right now? This is insane. The last Great American Dynasty is literally on the stage right now. But okay. So yeah, I love that song with like everything in me. Number 1 for sure. If I could tie my second song with number 1, I could, but that's not how this works. So my second one is Peace. Also a peace stand till I die. I think peace and happiness go like hand in hand with each other for me. Just like Cheyenne said, they're both like kind of the same songs in some ways. But peace is just so beautiful.
And I feel like it's funny enough because I feel like people, when they're like, well, I wish you peace and happiness, and they like literally go together as these songs. But she does things like that, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just, if you haven't heard Peace, if you don't tend to like gravitate towards Peace, it's definitely like a song that takes a lot of time to get used to listening, I feel like.
And then I also think if any song is real from her real life from this album, it is Peace.
Yeah, no, definitely it's Peace. Moving on to my third song, I put Mirror Ball. I don't even know what to say about that song. I just recently got a mirror ball tattoo a few weeks ago, which is so cute, and that song is just crazy, crazy, crazy. My fourth song, I put This Is Me Trying, which is gut-wrenching, absolutely insane. My stomach just growled. And then for my fifth and final song, I put My Tears Ricochet. And I was having such a hard time picking this. Like the other ones, all the other albums, I was like, okay, top 5, got it. I could not pick a fifth song on this album for the life of me. My first 3 were kind of like set in stone. I knew what I was putting. The last one, I was like, I literally have no idea. I kept going between like Illicit Affairs and My Tears Ricochet, and I was like, I don't know. I literally don't know. I can't pick. but I had to pick, so I picked my tears ricochet.
I had to pick.
So, yeah. I think, again, this just shows like our different
Just where we're at in life, I guess.
Yeah. But also just like our different tastes in music. Like we said in like the previous video, we like so much of the same artists, but
very different songs. Yeah.
They're like on completely different ends of everything.
Yeah. I feel like albums obviously tie together, but the songs themselves are just like polar opposites. But that's, what makes us work, so.
So, Cheyenne, being the indecisive queen that she is, was like, we have to have honorable mentions.
Yeah, I genuinely could not live with myself if I didn't mention these songs, at least for me personally. So I was like, we're already doing the fives, so why not just do 5 honorable mentions as well from any album, single, anything that she has ever done. So yeah, I will start with that. I will start with
I knew it.
my number 5. My number 5 is All Too Well, 10-minute version, Taylor's version, because it's so good. And like, who needs a 10-minute song? We do. We needed that song. I know every single word of that 10-minute song, but I cannot remember anything else for the life of me. Yeah, it's just so good. You want to talk about storytelling? This queen wrote a 10-minute version. I'm sure there's an even longer version somewhere else. My number 4 is False God. It's just so different from, I feel like, anything else she's written before. And it's just, False God is so good. And when they put it in The Summer I Turned Pretty, in that scene between Belly and Conrad, I was like, oh my god. And then fucking Lurkamaya, is that what you call it? Shot a goddamn firework at them. I was like, bro, get this man out of here. Oh my god. My number 3 song is Out of the Woods. 1989 is such a good album, and I love it. I love it. I have no regrets putting Speak Now instead of 1989, but I had to just take a moment and recognize Out of the Woods because it's such a fun song to sing. Number 2, if you've, ever seen a little movie called The Hannah Montana Movie, you will know that Miss Taylor Swift was a little guest star in the movie, and she sang a song called Crazier. I fucking love that song. I've loved that song since that movie has come out. And if she ever sings this song on the Eras tour, I'm gonna cry and I'm never gonna stop. And you know when she's gonna sing it? When she comes back to LA when we're there. Manifesting that. And then my number 1 song forever and ever is You're Losing Me from The Vault.
I'm honestly really surprised that wasn't on your original ranking.
Well, I just didn't know it counted as a midnight song just because it was and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I think that song ultimately led me to honorable mentions. That's why I was like, I need to mention this song because it's so fucking good. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Solid lineup. Very solid lineup. My honorable mentions, I am starting with my number 5, which I'm gonna give to Forever Winter, which is on the Red album. It's a vault track. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this song, but it's so amazing. And yeah, that's that. Sorry. My 4th song, I put Long Live. When she added that to the Eras tour set list, I actually lost my mind because knowing that I was going to hear that bridge in a stadium full of people at my first Taylor Swift concert was like mind-blowing to me and emotional. I don't even want to talk about it. But yeah, definitely had to make my honorable mentions because it's one of my favorites on Speak Now. Probably my top favorite on Speak Now. My third song I am gonna give to Mary's song on debut.
She's waiting for that one, Taylor. She's waiting for that song to be sung.
Yeah, waiting, dreading it, dreading for the re-record. Yeah, that song is just I get it. I get that song on another level and it's beautiful. Amazing, beautiful cover girl. Sorry. Sorry. My second song, I had to put Slut exclamation point. I wanted so badly to put this on my 1989 ranking. So sorry. But I was like, I gotta give the OG song some love too. So I didn't, and I had to throw that one off of there, which kind of hurt a little. But I love that song. And I feel like it got hated so much at first when it first came out, and I was like, why? It's so good.
I think people were just like expecting this huge, loud song, and like it's not that, and it's everything that it needs to be.
Yeah, it was the little freak of 1989. And then my top honorable mention. My top is Daylight. I cannot tell you how upset I was the day that she played this as a surprise song for the first time. Threw my phone across the room, sobbed into my hands. It was the only time that I ever had like a real reaction to the surprise songs because that song is just like everything to me. That song is The Last Great American Dynasty on Lover. It's my top 3 for sure. Like of her songs ever. Top 5. Top 5 is just top 5. My top 5 for sure of her entire discography. So definitely had to mention that one because I just love it so much.
Amazing lineup. I love it.
Amazing. Different.
Very you, but it all makes sense. It like, yeah, that's definitely us.
If I could say my top 3, like right off my head, in her entire discography, it would be.
No, you can't fucking do that. Don't ask me to do that.
It would. I will do that right now. I wasn't gonna ask you because I was like, this is gonna stress her out a lot. I feel like not in any order because I don't think I can put them in an order. But sorry, my leg just like twitched. I got really scared. Peace, Daylight, and Happiness is like chef's kiss to me. That lineup, wow. It's also just like peace, daylight, and happiness, you know? My life motto, right? Peace, daylight, and happiness. Yeah.
Okay.
Not asking you to do that. Don't even try.
Hot take. You have to throw away one album and you can never listen to any song from it ever again. What album is it?
Like in my top 5 or just like her whole discography?
Top 5. Sorry, I should have prefaced that. If
yeah.
From this 5, if you can never listen to one of these albums again, which album would you kick off?
Midnights?
Really?
Midnights, I think. I would say 1989, but I cannot live without those vault tracks. I like truly bury me right now.
It's tough because like I would say Speak Now, but like never being able to hear Haunted again makes me want to run and hide.
What the hell? That was a really hard question. Let me see.
I love Midnight so much. I think,
like, obviously not Folklore, not Reputation. Have to have.
my top two are staying. I'm not touching those. It's either between Midnights and Speak Now.
It's crazy because Midnights is my third, but I would give up Midnights.
I'm like Folklore.
Imagine.
I
have to have my Evermore.
think I would get rid of Speak Now.
Damn.
I know. I literally am like, my whole personality is haunted. And she knows this. She knows this. But like, Midnights is so fucking good. That's like a no money.
Yeah.
Albums for me.
That's really hard.
I feel like Speak Now, there are maybe like 2 songs that I could probably just be like, like, okay, Haunted. Haunted? Oh my god, see? Not Haunted. I think, hot take for me, Speak Now, I don't like Enchanted. I don't particularly like that song. I wouldn't say it's a skip for me, but I wouldn't be upset if she took it off of the set list and added something else from Speak Now.
I get it. I don't listen to Never Grow Up.
Yeah. See, like, we're already talking about songs that I can probably be like,
Yeah.
Midnights, I need every song from that album.
I just don't think that I can part with any other album. Unless it's 1989, but those vault tracks.
We took this very seriously.
We're in deep thought right now.
We love music so much, and I just feel like there is a song literally for every single person on this entire planet from one of her albums. Like, there's literally a song for everything. She has so much music. She's a fucking 10-minute song. Like, I promise you, if you like genuinely gave her a listen, or you need some suggestions, let us know. We will give you the perfect playlist for Taylor Swift. You literally can't go wrong.
I'm literally still thinking about this question because I don't know what the fuck to say. I'm stressed. I'm sticking with Midnights. I'm so sorry, Midnights. I love you. But you're the youngest child, so.
Baby, I'm sorry, Speak Now. I love you so much, but I think I would have to
say goodbye. You are bigger than the whole sky. Oh. Yeah.
Well,
I think that's it.
Top 5 from our top 5. Slay.
Let us know your top 5.
Yes, please. I'm so interested. I love hearing other people's like favorites from Taylor.
Yeah, I love seeing everyone's rankings because they're all so different. Yeah. Like, everyone just has like completely different music taste, and it really shows with their ranking of Taylor albums because they're just so different.
Yeah, so I will, if you are listening on Spotify, I will leave a question and also probably like a poll on the bottom. Yeah, just like let us know your favorite, if you had to pick like an absolute favorite, I guess, album. What's your favorite era and what is your favorite song from that era? And yeah, if you want to check us out on any of our social media,
delicate.
Everything will be linked down below if you're watching the YouTube channel. And then if you want to follow us on any of our podcast social media, it is at Keeping It Chaotic Pod on everything. So yeah, check us out. Comment your favorites. Let us know.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next time. Bye.